This is Keith Clark from iDigitalMedium. On September 27th, we began an experiment. We asked a group of you out there to focus your intent upon our experiment radio. This is a developmental project. We asked you, as you could see from the post here on screen, let me zoom in. We asked you to focus on the intent of Morse code coming through the radio. Now, before you start to think of ways to validate this or say that it's, shall we say, BS or any other sort of complication, let me just remind you that this is in development. It's a concept. The concept is that we can create. And so the focus here is on creation. Once we're successful, then we'll focus on how do we validate it, etc. For right now, we're just trying to get enough of you to focus your thoughts, believing and understanding that you affect the radio. Your energy affects the radio. Your thoughts affect the radio. This project began on September 27th, and we began live streaming to YouTube 3 days later, and then we began streaming to YouTube and Facebook simultaneously 24/7. We've been providing regular video updates throughout the course of events, and yesterday at 12:26 p.m. we received Morse code. However, not like we thought we would. Here's the clip. That was it. Let me play it again. The clip that you just saw was me DVRing the YouTube back because it had passed 12:26. And the only way I could get a recording or documentation of it was to take the YouTube myself as a viewer and rewind it, because we don't record the video 24 hours a day. We don't have resources for that. So let me clarify. Once again, we are not saying who it is. We are not saying what it is. All we are saying is that we are focusing our energy on the radio with the belief and intent that someone out there, non-physical, we will specify that our energy can be used by them to be able to send us messages. I have specifically asked for Morse code, and there are reasons which I can explain at a later date. Now, what does this clip mean? What is this message? I don't know. I looked at it for probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I could not determine. And I know Morse code because I did it in military. It wasn't broken up. It was run together, and it does not seem to make sense to me, which is the opposite of what you would expect. But it is my responsibility to let those of you know who contributed your energy to the experiment that we are seeing results. Just people scrolling by it on Facebook and people becoming aware of it through YouTube, either just stopping by or scrolling past, you have helped create more energy than has been created for an experiment like this, to my knowledge, ever. Because it's a direct buildup of energy amongst people like us, and it's what they refer to as the battery. I'm not going to get into who they are because I don't have any evidence to support or prove any of that either. All I know is we have people talking to us through the radio. Now, if people can get past the validation stage and save it for later, we'll be more than happy to. The plan is this. The plan is to continue and ask for a second instance of Morse code, and a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth, just like we received music last year. That was a practice run for this, I believe. Once we become consistent at that and have established a basic protocol in knowing that it's sustainable or understandable or clear, or that words can be derived from it, at the point at which we determine it is ready for the validation stage. At that point, we will request information to validate it. Now, how are we going to validate it? I don't know yet. At that stage, certain people will be offered the opportunity to investigate it in person. Because obviously, I'm a computer guy. I could fake anything I wanted if I really had the energy to do it. We could do that. Remember, this is streamed live 24 hours a day, so anything that I hear, you hear. Anything that I see, you see. And a lot of the things that occur when I'm not at the house. Not that I can't operate remotely, because I can. We can do anything these days with computers. So that is the first sample. 16 days after our initial request, and 16 days after 12 to 15 of you said, I will contribute my energy and thought to this experiment, we received a result of that experiment. We've been receiving results every day, but that was the first pronounced specific result derived from a specific request. And so I ask that you continue to focus your intent. All you need to do is wake up every day and say, it is my intent and focus and desire that I contribute to this experiment energetically. I believe it's possible. Let's create it and let's see what we can do. The purpose of these experiments, or the end goal, is to bring through information that will help mankind. This is not designed, nor is it promised to be a one-on-one communication device or method. It's not a device. So that is it. We just wanted to share that with you because those of you that have contributed, even if you don't think you've contributed, even if you scrolled by and you think, oh, maybe that's cool, I don't know if it's possible, who knows, and you pass on, you added your thoughts to it. I'm sure we've had people out there that also scroll past it and say, bullshit. And we don't know what effect they do or don't have on it. But the point is, it's here. And the point is, if more people believe it's possible, nothing can stop that. We can create anything. And this isn't just coming out of the blue. This came from an experience last year where we started to receive music on the radio. And I don't mean normal music. If you want to know more, look up our video series, Music from Heaven. Over a year, I received tones that when sped up turned out to be music. It turned out to be a symphony. That's another story. So for now, let me play it one more time, and then we will wish you a good happy Friday on into the weekend. Please just scroll past it, add your positive thoughts, add your positive energy. Do not focus on validation. We're not here to prove anything to anybody. We could care less. I'll be honest. All the emphasis is always put upon validation, but you can't eat a cake until you bake it. This cake is not baked. Let's not eat it. I'm known for my wonderful analogies. That was wonderful. We should write that down. I'm going to play it one more time. Have a wonderful Friday. This is Keith Clark from iDigital Medium.